Hello, welcome to another edition of MTG Playback. I'm Mark. I'm an actual pastor. I actually preach on Sunday mornings, and I play Magic the Gathering. So this is a series where I play a game on Magic the Gathering Arena, playing my blue-white angel deck, and then I just try to see if I can get better. I know my deck's not very good, but can I play with it, maximize it, and also get a sense of what my opponent is doing? So this is another longer video. The match that comes is pretty long, so let's get into it. There we go. You can hear stuff in the background. I think I had my mic on, so I apologize for the video stuff. You probably will hear at some point even my kids talking in the background. That's just how it works. All right, here we go. Opening hand. I've got 3 lands. I've got a Deserted Beats. I wish I had an island at this point, but I don't have any other blue spells, so I will keep it. Here we go. Yeah, so you're gonna hear a lot of the clicking. Usually I don't have the clicking in, but I think I left my audio in. Fairly friendly opponent. There we go. Jungle Hollow. There we go. Another land, but not the land I'm looking for. I'm looking for an island, but I'll take what I can get. I probably should not have advertised so early what my deck was about, but I wanted to get it out there, and I just have an option to throw out a Catholic Commander. I think that long sigh was just me. Sigh. Get that out there, just to have some damage on the field, and so I can do something with it. Pull a Wandering Emperor, which is interesting. I'll be able to cast it next turn if I need to. I don't have really very many instants or anything, so I decided to give myself Hexproof. I usually don't have my mic now, and I didn't realize how often I sigh while playing Magic the Gathering Arena. That's my thing, I guess. Alright, so they put down an Undead Butler. They've got some... this is a mill deck. They're doing something. They got 2 lands and then something else, so I'm not quite sure if that's really exactly what they were hoping for. Alright, so we've got my 4 lands. And then I have some options of what to do. First things first is to go into... Oh, and you can hear a phone going off in the background.
Christ Church, Pastor Mark speaking. Yeah, hi.
That's funny. I forgot that you could hear me in this video. Alright, so this is not great, getting the Glistening Deluge. Because that's going to really do some damage to my creatures.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
So I play Surge of Salvation, thinking that would give him Hexproof, but again, that's not helpful. It does give him Hexproof, but it doesn't do what I need it to do. And what I wanted it to do was to protect it. But again, Hexproof only works for target, and that wasn't a target, that was everything. It didn't work. So, that's not great. It's not a good start. I've already lost. The board is pretty empty for me. So, not perfect. Also, I realized, so this has been several days since I recorded this video. I was on my lunch break at the time, at the office when I was recording this, so. But when you're the clergy and someone calls, you just have to answer. You don't really get a choice. Alright, so I've got 1 creature, I've got my Wandering Emperor, and I've got to Destroy Evil. So... not a whole lot I can do right now, so I'm bringing out the Celestial Regulator. In theory, the Celestial Regulator is supposed to work in the sense that I'm supposed to have the Giada out by now, and then I have some angels with some creatures, and then it kind of does a stun on... because of the counters, does a stun on my opponent, and lets some damage through, and stops them, slows them down a bit. Just hasn't worked out that well. So their deck, they're milling, they're drawing cards, they're using the undead. So it's kind of sort of appropriate that they're doing this. As I record this playback, you might hear, my building is actually very active. You might hear some people above doing some stuff. So I apologize for that. Alright, here we go. My Destroy Evil keeps being activated, which means there's an enchantment creature or something that I could kill, but I'm just not going to do anything about it right now. I decided not to get attack. I decided to use it to block some things. Alright, so now we got this this sprout that is going to start milling things and bring things out of the graveyard. So this is pretty slow right now. Here we go. Again, I'm doing a lot of clicking. You can hear the clicking. You can hear a lot of the things that I'm doing. Next time I will turn off the mic so you don't hear so much. I'm also deciding how to use the Wandering Emperor. I've got enough mana for it, but they're not attacking, so there's not. I don't know exactly what to do with it yet. Doom, Despair, zombies, etc. A lot of smaller creatures that can do things, but it's not really doing much. And they know that they don't want to start killing things yet. Alright, so I've got something I can cast. Another creature, 3/4, that has access to my graveyard, which is helpful because of all the creatures that were just tossed. Can't do anything with them now, but it gives me a big blocker on the field. They're not getting the self-mill. They're not getting the mill that they want to pump up their creatures, which I think is kind of surprising. Also, it's very Magic. That's just what happens. So as I keep playing this deck more and more, I realize that my deck is kind of in a weird position, a weird place. It's trying to be mid-rangey, it's trying to be control, but it ain't great. I need to spend some time really thinking about just having it to be like almost an Angel aggro deck. That's a goal. You'll see in the videos that I have to come. I've recorded the games already, and then I will leave commentary on it. It's just, my deck does not do what I need it to do. Alright, so they're going to attack. They want to get a 2/2 black zombie creature onto the board. I'm just going to rather take the damage rather than the 2. Okay, so I can start playing stuff and pulling stuff out of my graveyard because of the Sierra Paragon, and I've got 3 creatures, which is helpful, and 3 creatures and 5 mana, so that gives me something to do, something to play with. One other nice feature that I appreciate about the Sierra Paragon is that then when these creatures die, I at least get 2 life as well. So that's really kind of helpful. Again, they have this 2/2 flyer. So I'm just going to see if they're going to start. I've got some blockers. See if they're going to start want to kill themselves. Start getting stuff in the graveyard. They do, which is fine. They're going to resolve. They're going to get a card. And all of a sudden they get their creature up to 3/3. Still not great, but, you know, again, I have 21 life, they have 18, and they don't seem to have the creature removal or another Gloom or something else really powerful at the moment. So I'm trying to buy myself some time. Alright, I lied. They do have another Glistening Deluge, and so I'm deciding, okay, what can I do? What should I do? I know the Sierra Paragon survives. I know I will get 2 life from the Inspiring Overseer. They're gonna get stuff. They're gonna get cards, but they're gonna also lose some stuff as well. So I think it works. It's helpful for me. They cleared their own board and did not get rid of the creature that was their biggest problem right now. I also have a Fading Hope in my hand that I can return to my hand if needed. So I got some protection. I got some things. They've got a big creature on the board, and great. They're mostly tapped out. You know, I decided to wait. I'm just gonna see. I want to see what we're gonna do. So I got 2 Fading Hopes. Okay, got some big creatures, some things in my graveyard. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana on the field. One thing I'm starting to really enjoy about Metropolis Reformer is that kind of reverse lifelink that it does. That has been helpful, except it's not great when I do against what's it called, things with trample. But it is what it is. All right, so they're doing more self-milling. They're getting their 3/3. Another Death Hound. And I've got the 6/6. This Death Hound's gonna be annoying, but I can live with it for the moment. So yes, this is a very slow game, but I can live with it. I can live with it at the moment. All right, so they're gonna create a bunch of zombie tokens. Create 4 zombie tokens. They've tapped out their mana. Again, I have 21 life. So, like, I'm not like really. I'm trying to use life as a resource, which is helpful. All right, and so then I said, okay, what am I gonna do in this case? I've got they're sending a 1/3, a 2/2. I've got a 3/3. Decided, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pump some life off, take the rest of the damage, kill something, and I decided not to kill the 6/6. And this has been a few days. I'm recording this video a few days later. Not quite sure why I didn't. Why I decided to kill the 4/4 rather than the 6/6. But we'll find out. We'll find out if I made the right choice. Alright, got another land. Land at this point, because I have so many creatures in my graveyard, is not a terrible thing that I have, because then I have options. So this is a bit of a misplay, I think. Right? What I should have done is let the 4 damage go through, kill the Death Hound, and then play the Wandering Emperor to exile the 4/4. I think that would have been a better option on my part. I decided to put a 3/3 out there. I've still got 1 mana available to do some protection. I'm gonna keep my 3/4 back to do some protection. I've got 19 life still, so I'm still feeling pretty good. Like, I still have a lot of options. There's another Sigh. I'm probably also drinking some coffee, because that's what I do. Alright, so they created 5 more 2/2 zombies. Again, that's only 10 damage. So I have 19. So I feel like I've did a good job managing and viewing my life as a resource that I can manage at this point. So I'm gonna do, yeah. So I know what's gonna happen. Those will be a problem when they die. So a creature they can't block, and when it attacks, so you sacrifice it at the end of combat. Here is where I think they made a mistake. They didn't go after my Wandering Emperor. Right? They could have killed my Wandering Emperor at this point, because I technically don't have enough blockers. They could have sent the 6/6 going at me. Right? Like, I think this was a mistake. So I decided, because something's going to die, something's going to go to the graveyard, something's going to happen, I decided, you know what, I'm going to send out their Death Hound. Get it out of their hand. Get it out of the battlefield, so it's not doing that thing where it's pegging me for damage. So I'm going to get back to life. Then their net on this whole attack, they're going to lose all those 4 creatures. They took that other one off the board. Their net is only going to be 2 damage to me. Apologize, someone just went through our door, which is what we did. Alright. Okay, another land. I don't need another land. Again, I think this is I'm starting to get land. But again, I still have at least 2 more things in my graveyard. Alright, so I'm going to start pumping up some things to start being able to take some damage and to do things. Alright, 3/4. Alright, so I'm just kind of slowly doing it. Then again, I'm gonna prefer to cast things out of my... Here. Now, because I have something that has a counter, I can then tap something of theirs, and it keeps it stunned for at least 1 more turn. Did that 1-3 make a lot of sense? Maybe not. Maybe I should have done a... I want the 2s to die. Maybe there's a better choice. But I couldn't... I just didn't... That was what I picked. That's the option that I picked. So now they have 2-2s and I've got 1-3s. I can't kill those things, but those things will automatically die. I'm starting to get... My board is starting to fill up. And they've had two deluges. Like, I feel like I'm going to be okay. Alright, they're bringing back their Death Hand. Which is fine. Keep milling their graveyard. Yeah, not great, but I'm managing my life. I'm using my life to manage it. Because all I need to do, if they don't have flyers, I can go over the top. Now this is an interesting card. Old Stick Fingers comes out. It's a 9/9. That's pretty big. Pretty big, a little scary. I'll admit. Not quite sure what to do about it. So they send everything at me, which I think is a bit of a mistake because I still got 6 life. I do have to defend. I do have to protect. And they're mostly tapped out. So I'm like, alright, I'll just get some lifelink. Take some damage. Let some damage through. And not worry about it. There's a little bit of hiccup on there. On that. You might not have seen all the video or the stuff go through. I play most of Magic on... I play most of Arena on the laptop, and sometimes it just hangs. So I'm gonna get some... Gonna get pegged, gonna get some. So now I'm down to 9. Again. So that attack did some things for them, but it did clear out the board a little bit for me. Which is again, I'm going down, but again, I'm feeling okay. Another land. This is a little too much land. I wish I had another creature. I had something. I've got 8 life. They've got 10. At this point, I am doing the calculations of how much damage I can do, and I can do 10. And they can't. So, that's it. They saw it too, and they quit. So, thank you for watching this edition of MTG Playback. I appreciate. Please leave your comments. What did I see? What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.